What's up, everybody? Welcome back from Thailand. We are here with another live stream talk show, and I got my favorite Thai boy, Mr. Michael Mann, here.
I am very excited to be back.
Yeah.
And we had a great time in Thailand.
2 32-hour flights later, and it's like nothing changed.
No, nothing's changed at all. How many hours have we been back now?
Less than we were in the air for.
Less than we were in the air for. That is actually a true statement. That is a true statement. Yeah. That's the longest flight I've been on in my life.
That is the furthest from home I've ever been, for sure.
I have never known such pain of a 14-hour flight.
Honestly, I expected it to be horrible, and it was. Don't let me downplay it. Yeah. So we went to Thailand. How did this happen? How did we even get there?
Right. So how did this go down? So we got reached out to by our good friend Jeff.
Right.
And he was like, "Hey, I've got 2 spots in my team for this Asia Teams GT." And we were like, "Well, that sounds awesome." Right. So then we decided to go to Phuket, Thailand. We played in the largest team event in Asia, I believe. Right. That was the largest team event in Asia. That was the claim to fame. And then we made some new friends. Tons of new friends, played in a new team, and then we played a team event.
It is pretty amazing. So big shout out to Jeff, one of the big organizers of this tournament. They did a great job, putting it all together. Mm-hmm. And not only was it an amazing experience for us because we got to go across the world and play Warhammer and meet all these wonderful people, which we'll talk about more. But what surprised me about the whole event, it wasn't just like Thailand teams plus us. It was like a very international event.
It was super cool.
A lot of people from England, a lot of teams from England, a lot of all different Asian countries in attendance. We had Hong Kong coming over. We had Singapore. I played a guy from Dubai. It was pretty amazing.
Yeah, I think in terms of countries we played against the Vietnam team. We played against the Dubai team. We played against StatCheck, which is from a few different places, right?
Yeah.
And then I can't quite remember our first couple of rounds. I think we ended up playing against a Thai team. But regardless, it was super cool. I've never gotten to play against... The only time you actually really get to play against that many different countries really is like at a WTC event, right?
Yeah.
And this was just like a different event.
Honestly, it kind of had WTC vibes because of the international feel to it.
Yeah.
It's not quite the same like intensity as WTC, but I kind of liked that, where we're in Hawaiian shirts. It was very vacations, take it slow. We're playing some Warhammer on an island vibes, and that was really fun.
I think my favorite thing is, I remember looking up the weather of Phuket, right?
Yeah.
And it was like, oh my goodness, it's hot. So that must mean we're going to the Southern Hemisphere.
Yeah.
That is not true. It was unbelievably hot, and we still were in the Northern Hemisphere. It was like 90 plus every single day.
What gets me is that I thought we were going into summer, because you know how when you switch hemispheres, the seasons switch? But no, it's still winter over here. This is the cool season, and it is hotter there than it is in Florida. And I'm wearing shorts right now.
The fact that it was the cool season, and I think I got heat exhausted one day. I just died.
Yeah. There were a few beach days. Michael's not built for the sun.
I was not built for that level of sun. Look, I can handle some sun. This was the level of sun that I don't think any human was prepared for.
I don't know. I feel like I handled it just fine.
But the event itself. So we played on not an Art of War team.
That was interesting too.
Right.
For us, we got thrown onto another team, right? We were the Surrey Primarchs.
That's right.
And it was Jeff, the organizer, Jerome O'Connelly from England. We had Greg Chamberlain, who's a member of the England national team. And then we had you, me, and our good old friend Ben, also an Art of War member.
That's right.
And Ben's actually the connection that kind of made this all happen, because he first got himself invited to this Thailand team. And then,
that's right.
And then Ben kind of passed it along to Art of War, and we got a couple spots, thankfully. But for me, it was a really weird experience and kind of fun and exciting to kind of captain a team that I had not met half the people on. And there were time zone challenges and experience challenges and, all over the place in terms of team experience. And that was really cool to navigate.
Yeah. So we kind of had a meeting the day before where we had to kind of go over the plan. So we're honestly, let's face it, in the Art of War house, we're kind of familiar with what everyone kind of is capable of doing, what they want to do, what kind of role they want to do in the team.
And I think that's one of our big strengths is we just know each other as players really well and put ourselves in those positions.
So instead we had to go into this new team composition. We kind of had a general idea of how it was going to go. And then we kind of had to adapt as the rounds went on and be like, oh, wow, okay, this person's really good at this thing. Or we have this kind of glaring hole in our team comp or something along those lines. And we kind of replaced it. Now, the event itself, this team's meta is a 6-man team event.
Yeah, 6-person.
The only 6-man team event I've ever played, right? Which was kind of weird. And I kept on finding that we would go into another team and be like, it's the 6 best armies in the game.
Yeah,
Oh,
there
look.
was a little bit of that.
It's the 6 best armies in the game.
I think that's a byproduct of the meta we're in today more than, team format.
Yeah, this meta was rough.
This meta, you take big dumb stuff and you play it against your opponent's big dumb stuff and you hope you roll more 4s.
Yeah, our team composition was Scintillating Legion, right? I piloted the OG fans remember Michael Mann is the Demons player, by the way.
Don't even get me
The
started,
OG
Mike. I am the Demon player.
Michael Mann is the Demons player.
Oh
all right,
my
the OG
God.
fans remember. Okay, so I got to take the Demons again, crushed it, was very happy with it, and then you took Ultramarine stat check.
Don't make me barf.
Yeah, and then we also had Ben on Satan spam.
Yes.
Right. Then we had the triple Land Raider Custodes build.
Right.
So are you guys picking a common theme yet? Then we had Astra Militarum
With triple Dorn.
triple Rogel Dorn. And then what is the army I'm missing?
What is the army you're
Vote Greg with his Votan.
That was actually not a stat check.
But not a stat check.
Greg brought like this Trixie, Deep Strikey, Terminator build. I don't actually understand how it works, but Greg, shout out to Greg. Highest score of not just our team, but the entire tournament.
event.
MVP, went undefeated, averaged 19 points around with Votan.
Yeah, I really want to highlight just our team in general, right? We were like our ragtag group. I mean, two of us are like full-time professional players. But other than that,
Ragtag. Bunch of nobodies and has-beens.
So we had our ragtag group of people from a bunch of different groups, and we really did really well. And I didn't know Greg Chamberlain before going into this event, right?
Yeah.
I knew he was like involved with the UK team and stuff, and he had like played on WTC before. I knew he was like a generically good player. Man, that guy's a killer though.
Dude, I played Greg about a year and a half ago. It was his first
That's right.
year
You played him at
on
Home
team.
Nations.
I played him at Home Nations.
That's right. That's
It was a
right.
team event. Now, I was playing Yanari in my Elfie roots, and Yanari was kind of cracked at that point in time. And Greg was playing a very similar Votinary. He's the Deep Strike and Terminator build. And we had a very technical, cagey game. I think I got a 13-7 or a 12-8 small win into Greg. And like I was impressed, but he was, nothing... No Liam VSL over here.
Mm-hmm.
And then a year and a half later, maybe even like a year later, it's about a year, and he's been leveling up. He's been in the TTS dungeons. He's been really he made Team England. He's trying to like not only make it, but dominate it now.
Mm-hmm.
And the progress is shown. Greg is a monster.
He is absolutely a monster. I'm playing on because I remember even when he was playing that Heartband Votan build last year. Because I think I even remember in our own channels being like, what's this Team England guy playing this Heartband Votan? Like, what's going on?
What's going on?
What is going on with this?
No one
Like,
plays that
This
crap.
guy must be trolling,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. He's probably new and bad.
Little did I know that guy is not trolling.
Wow.
He's really good at that
Low-key
army.
Votan might actually be the best army in the game. Who knew? Well, it was ridiculous, dude. It'd be like, we're all doing our matrixing, and they're like, okay, there's their Necron Catan army. Who wants that? And Greg's like, oh, I'll beat it. And
I'll kill it.
I was like, what? And then he was like, the birds. Okay, who wants the birds? Greg's like, I'll beat that too. And I'm like, Greg, these are the best armies in the game over here. He's like, yeah, where's those Space Marines at?
Yeah.
I was like, what?
He just knocked them all dead, dude.
He just knocked him down.
Knocked them all down.
Dude, I was like, Greg, I want 8 to 12, some consistency, just blunt some stuff. He's so humble. He's like, yeah, no problem. 19.
Yeah.
Like, what? Like every round.
So Votan. OP, I guess. I don't know, dude. OP.
Although we got some super chats. Let's hit them. So
All right.
we got Rick over here. $10 for the channel because my boy Spoilers Folger is your cup. God, wait. Folger in your cup. I lost it. It moved
You
away.
lost it.
It lost it. It stopped being there. It's okay. It'll come back, I believe. There it is. Folger in your cup, got in Jack's cup, and dodged him. Okay, so if you don't know what that means, that's a reference to what just happened last night, which is our new fight night thing that we're trying out. Where Folger and Jack
pretty sick.
brawled in the voice chat, and they had a live stream TTS battle. Folger's in Ohio, Jack's over here, and spoiler alert, Folger won.
Folger won. Folger took him down. Yeah, this kind of spawned, small sidetrack, and we'll go back to Thailand. This kind of spawned where Folger and Jack were kind of talking some smack at LVTT. And then they decided to grudge match it live in the Art of War Discord. Right?
And they smacked talk the entire time.
They smack talked the entire time. So then we did it in, like a Discord stage, if you're familiar, where you could watch live. You got to hear all the players talk. You got to watch on TTS. Our wonderful camera guy, Mark, was on a little bit of green screen having some good fun.
That's
and
right.
then ideally, we're going to release this video into the war room.
And what's also really cool about it is because it was a live show and all that, our Discord was popping.
Mm-hmm.
I learned that you can only have a maximum number of people in a stage. I didn't know that was a rule.
Yep.
I
And then
learned
we
because-
donated to get past that. We have a new cap now.
We
reached level 3 Discord.
I didn't know there were levels to Discord, but we're at the highest one.
No, anyway, so hopefully, if you want to check it out in the future, or if you were there, give us the feedback in the Discord. Also, if you want to watch a future one, check out the War Room.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to try to make this a more regular thing. We'd love to hear your feedback on how we can improve it and what you enjoyed about it and, all that good stuff.
And we'll get some more cool people, from all over the world to play.
From Thailand even.
Maybe even a Thailand player, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe Greg. We can grudge match.
Teach us how to vote. We got another super chat. I can't read the name, but could Midwest Michael even comprehend being in such a wondrous place? How did he deal with more people than Korn?
Midwest Michael is not real.
Midwest Michael is real.
Actually, no. Okay, it was very funny. People in the chat last night said Midwest Michael was out and about because I was talking a lot of smack about Jack. Thailand. So that was our first time my first time in Asia. Yeah. Very cool. What a very interesting place. Lots of really cool experiences. If you ever get the opportunity to go, I'd really take it. This food was so spicy in Thailand.
You can't handle the sun or the spice.
I definitely cannot handle the spice. That was no doubt. I got to the end of the trip and I was starting to starve eventually because I was like, guys, I can't eat these Thai chilies.
Meanwhile, I was eating 5 meals a day. Keep it coming. It's also so cheap. Oh my god, I love Thailand.
All right, let's reroute back to Thailand teams. So, we talked about our team composition. How did the event actually go, Nick? How did we do?
We did pretty well. We knew going in, StatCheck was going to be the other team to beat there. And you know what? I think all things considered, we did a great job. So we went 4-1. We got second place. We ended up losing to StatCheck in the semifinal round where we finally hit them. But overall, we had a very solid, strong plan. We spent a lot of time working on our team composition, making sure everyone was playing an army that they felt comfortable on. And then with those armies, we had to come together and figure out a pairing strategy.
Right.
So it wasn't rocket science, I'll tell you, but we took the big dumb monster and tank armies, and then we first defended guard and put them on layout 4 with 3 Rogaldorns. Nobody likes that. Nobody wants to play that.
that was the dumbest part of our strategy.
It was foolproof.
Triple Rogaldorn layout 4 every round.
And then we basically took everybody else and looked at their matrix and then said, well, I pair you into the good thing. It was very simple, but because we brought such powerhouse armies, it really worked. And then, when we got to StatCheck, they took a similar strategy of let's just take the best armies in the game.
They also had a lot of good armies, yeah.
So, the army advantage that I was leaning on was no longer there into the StatCheck round. So it was just mano-y-mano, player versus player. And unfortunately for us, this is where some of the chinks in our armor kind of shone through. Jeff did a great job playing his custodians because also organizing the event while this happened. So he's, not at 100% throughout the entire thing.
And then he played Nathan Roberts.
And then he played Nathan Roberts. So if you don't know who Nathan Roberts is, that's because he's a nobody. He's
somebody at this man right now.
Nay, if you're in the chat, you heard me. No, he's one of the best players in the world. He's been on Team England a bajillion times. He's, works with GW in a lot of ways, balancing the game and stuff. So it was a tough round.
Very tough round. He was very good. And then you paired into Josh Roberts.
The other guy, if you couldn't guess from their last names, they are in fact brothers.
They are in fact brothers. Yeah, they are in fact brothers.
Josh is only low-key one of the ITC champions, also one of the best players in the world. So this was a good-ass match. But Josh unfortunately got me 11-9.
And what was he on?
He was on Necrons. New Necrons versus Space Marines. This is the clash of the Titans.
Yeah, and then I had to play Mr. Typhus, once again another one of the best players in the world. He has podiumed the WTC lands many times, and then I died quite horribly to him. Actually, not quite horribly. I got a 7, but it was a really difficult round because you got a 9, I got a 7, and then when we're not getting the big numbers into other rounds, things can go pretty bad because that was a big part of we need to win the games, right?
Absolutely. So the strategy overall was some people are going to get tougher matches. They're going to try to game for 8s to 12s, get that blunting score going. And then the people with powerhouse armies in a favorable matchup, they just bring it home. And unfortunately in this round, you got a tougher match, and Typhus is an amazing player, so you ended up taking a small loss there. I, in a similar position, was trying to beat the Necrons, but Josh is also an amazing player, and I took a small loss there. Ben held steady, but was only able to push those Tyranids out to a 12. And then the 12 was just tough, given that it wasn't enough to compensate for all of the things that went sideways that round.
And another really awkward thing about the StatCheck round is that it was on hidden supplies. right? And hidden supplies is a really, really awkward mission. Like, for instance, in my game, I went first on hidden supplies, and now I did immediately start playing the game in the middle of the table, right? However, like, I just can't. If you don't kill your opponent on hidden supplies by the time they get to battle round 5, they're just going to score 15 points.
Yes.
And with hidden supplies, more often than not, you kind of just like sit on 0 points most of the game, right? The primary is really, really awkward on hidden supplies. So in the teams world, it creates like these games that are like really, really tight, except for the person who gets to go second, right? Yeah. Unless you just table them.
Yeah, from my perspective, I think we did a great job like prepping everybody for like how to lose well if you're in a tough spot on a regular mission and how to push a regular mission for a big win. However, in our case, we didn't do extra prep for hidden supplies. Now, you and I have played hidden supplies a million times, but this is where that difference in experience and play styles kind of comes from. Because I think some of our members were applying normal strategy to 40k to hidden supplies, and like you said, that just doesn't really work that well. So that's a learning lesson from like my perspective as the captain. But then in my game in particular, Josh did me the service of going first in hidden supplies. So I was like, dude, I'm playing Space Marines. I got second turn.
You could do the thing.
I can't lose this. And then, you know, that's how you lose this. But he basically, he played it really well. He realized his position is from the get-go. And on turn 2, he pushed 1 to 10 on every objective and a Wraith Brick onto the 4th. And I looked at that and I was like, well, I guess he's forcing my hand because I have to. There's no bottom of turn advantage. He's getting 15s now unless I go stop him. And normally, Space Marines just killing everybody as soon as they walk right in front of your army is very easy and trivial.
They're usually pretty good at that.
And that's kind of the premise of my list. You know, I was running like 3 Redemptors, 2 Rep-X's, double Victrix Guard, all the broken nonsense. But unfortunately, Necrons, they just came out, and let me tell you, they can compete, they can hang, dude. It took my whole army to bring down the Nightbringer. And then I tied up the Void Dragon, but the next turn I couldn't bring down the Void Dragon to follow it up, and he just destroyed me. Like, he was like, Redemptor, shot.
Yeah, essentially you have so many vehicles.
Rep-X, chopped to death. It was disgusting. So, you know, I tried my best in terms of doing the work here, but dice be dice in this one. Unfortunately, because we brought big dumb robot armies, I can't do much when the dice don't work. So that's like a list limitation.
Yeah, it was actually, that was the first round I felt that, right? Yeah. So when I was going into Typhus's Hollow Martyred Sisters, I had 3 really rough bounce turns with my army where she just didn't die, right?
Yeah.
And then I didn't have, Scintillating Legion has some tricks, right? You can teleport out of combat. You can manipulate some stuff with the Puppet Master. However, at the end of the day, I am still monsters standing on the circles, right? Yes. And if he's just alive out of seeing me on the circles because I'm not killing him, then like, there's not like a way out of that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like this meta felt like, because sometimes you run into hidden supplies, right? I think a really good example is when we ran into Australia Challengers Cup. We also played them on hidden supplies that round, I believe. Yeah. Is that right? And they had like all these cool swarm lists and they could like manipulate the primary really well. But like this was like 2 armies firing tactical nukes at each other while also trying to stand on the circles.
Yeah,
right?
it felt like there was a balance to the broken. It's like, if you're OP and I'm OP, we can have this stupid battle. But it also felt like we were just kind of rolling dice at each other.
Yeah.
And, we could do that same exercise 10 times and honestly just get 10 different outcomes.
I think so too, right? I think that's one of the hard parts of the current game is that it is unbelievably powerful. Yeah. Right? The game is wildly strong right now. I mean, looking at Space Marines with the 4 rails +1 to wound all the time, Scintillating Legion shoots like insane.
Well, it's
Satan, like can't die.
One thing raises the bar for the next thing to reach. So like Space Marines have this obscene damage output. So instead of toning that down, let's just release Necrons, which have this obscene durability. And it's like, what if we just took +1 to wound off of the Space Marines and we took some Feel of Pain and Wounds off of the Necrons? And then we have the same game, but it's like just a lower level of power, and then the rest of the armies that aren't power creeped up can hang out.
Yep, I'd agree.
That would be very nice.
I think that would be very nice. So we end up getting 2nd overall, right? Stat check is going to be our only true loss.
Yes.
All our other four rounds. It was 5 rounds total. Yeah. The other 4 rounds, honestly, we kind of cleaned house.
The team worked. I mean, I think across the board, I'm not sure we lost another game that tournament. We lost 4 out of 6 games against StatTrack, but I think we went 24-0 into the rest of the field.
I think that was pretty close. Yeah. Maybe we had like a loss or somewhere.
We might have had one loss in the later rounds, but I'm actually not sure that we did. I think it was either 23-1 or 20.
It was something insane though. We 6-0'd most of the teams that we played. Yeah.
No, that's not a knock to them. I think what I saw in this largest tournament in Asia is like a booming, growing 40K scene that's really excited to be there, and that was so amazing for me to see because it reminds me a lot of where America was at like 10, 15 years ago in terms of their 40K scene. It's not that large yet, but it's got an enormous player base. It's got a little bit of lack of experience, but that's only going to get fixed with time. Mm-hmm. And I think the players are super eager and hungry for it. And it was just such a pleasure, like experiencing and interacting with them. I mean, for you and I, it was pretty euphoric. Like we were people like actually standing in line to take pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
I did not expect that at all.
I have never talked to so many fans at an event before.
Yeah.
Right? So many.
I got some really meaningful gifts too. Like the one team from Hong Kong, I believe it was, gave me a stamp with my name on it.
I saw that.
From China.
I saw that.
And then some other teams.
We got like an Art of War pin on the Congrats 100K.
Yes,
right?
someone gave us a 101K Congrats pin. I got a custom made box. I forgot about the custom made box. There's some really cool stuff there.
I haven't seen the box.
The box is on the living room table.
I'll have to look at the box. I didn't see that one.
It was like a very heartwarming experience. And like the Warhammer was super fun. Everyone was very chill. It was very play by intent tournament. Even the organizer, Steve, the other head organizer, he was like in his opening speech, he's like, please play by intent, folks. We're here to have fun. And it's like hearing that become like a literally global saying, a mantra of playing, if you will. That's amazing to see because that's something we preach a lot at Art of War here, and we definitely try to uphold those standards.
Yeah, and I think what was really cool is like talking about that community is that there were a bunch of teams there that'll be like their first year going to WTC coming up, right? So the Dubai guys, their team is technically called, I think it's called the Gulf Federation or something along those lines in terms of it.
Yeah.
I don't remember. There were some complications of it, but regardless, they're a team that was there that we played that will be later actually going to WTC, which is quite cool. And then I can't remember else, but there were 2 other, I think, like actual country teams that are going to be going to WTC this year for the first time. Yeah. Right?
There's actually one of the teams actually hit me up for some coaching. Like, will you help us like get ready for WTC like in the off season? And I'm taking my year off America this year, so I'm like, hell yeah, I'll help you out. Why not? And it was just really exciting to see all these teams from not just Thailand, but the entire like world essentially coming across there and really representing. I'm excited to see where this event goes and grows to. I would love to come back. I mean, there was so much positivity and good vibes going around.
Yeah, it sounds like this is going to maybe be an annual event, which will be like really quite cool. And then hopefully, Art of War in the future will get the opportunity to go back. I think competing in Asia was something that I never thought was going to happen.
Bucket list item checked off.
Yeah, right. Everybody knows 40K for going to Europe and stuff like that. But I never thought I'd go to Thailand.
One of my goals is to play 40K on every continent. We're like halfway there now.
So what, you need Australia?
Australia, Africa, South America, and Antarctica.
Okay. All right. Well, you still Antarctica?
That was, I will. If I don't get to that one, I'll be okay.
I don't think you're gonna get to that one, but I think the other 3 are very.
Don't put a ceiling on me.
All right, I think we have a couple more super chats, so let's go ahead and go down here. So looks like we have, I can't remember if I did the one. This is Eric. Congrats to you guys and hope you guys enjoy the trip and see you guys in Asia soon. I sure hope so.
Thank you, Eric. Appreciate you. And yes, it was so great being there. We'd love to come back.
Next up, we have Strike giving some bot, actually 200 bot. Sadly, didn't have a chance to play with you guys. Hopefully, we'll see you at WTC Belgium.
Yes, thank you for support and appreciate you. Would love to see you at WTC. Michael, you might still make it.
I might still make it. We'll find out.
We'll find out. I may go just to go because I love the vibes and.
I mean, it's a fun time.
It's a fun time.
It's a fun time. Next up, we have Jensen. Glad to see you guys in Phuket. Hope to see you all next year as well. I mean, we hope so as well.
Yes, thank you very much.
And then Mr. Red Rum. So we clearly need an emergency FAQ. Get on a GW. I'm assuming you're referencing.
That's probably when we were.
Well, there's a list of broken armies that we talked about. So maybe it could be any of them.
Well, they all could use some love. A good balanced data slate would be greatly appreciated. But that's on the horizon.
Yeah, a good data slate would be greatly appreciated at the moment. I don't like playing Warhammer when it's a tactical nuke Warhammer. I like playing good fair Warhammer.
Yeah, I saw up there was a comment, why no Harlequins? And believe me, I really wanted to play Harlequins, but I also felt like with the way the meta is right now, being so big stuff forward. And also with my position with respect to the team, I wanted to be one of the players that could reliably, in pretty much anything, bring home a good score. And I thought because we didn't have a Space Marine player, like it'd be foolish not to bring them.
Yep.
But, I'd love to play some Harlequins. I'm kind of done with my Space Marine phase. So many of you have seen me play some Space Marines on shorts and whatnot. I hate them. I'm sorry. I said it. Quote me, clip me, whatever. I hate the Marines. They're just so not me in a nutshell. Michael, what does that look? What are you even doing right now?
You're not done.
I'm done. We're quitting these drugs. Stay in school. Don't
once you get hit, dude, it's over for you.
No. Every time I shot a repulsor executioner, I lost brain cells. I ate a crayon. I poured glue down my nose and it came out of my mouth. I can't do it anymore. Don't give me that look. No one can even see you. What are you doing? No, I'm done. I'm going to play some nice elfy stuff. We're going to use our big brains again, do a move block. I haven't move blocked in 2 tournaments. Who am I? You haven't move blocked in 2 tournaments.
Oh, man. I will say, playing Scintillating. So, okay, I haven't played Scintillating Legion in over a year. Unironically, this was my first weekend playing the army again in a very long time. My goodness. What a good army. I like demons a lot. We talk a lot of smack about demons on this channel. Actually, maybe
they're finally good.
Maybe less me and you than others, but
I don't know. I've talked a lot of smack.
I mean, that's true. That's true. But
I love them though. They're my favorite.
Scintillating is a really cool army. Honestly, really good. It does a lot of really good damage. I'm very excited to play the army some more.
It's made of my favorite models.
It is made. I love the Lord of Change. It's my favorite.
I'm sad that it's still 5 monsters that just shoot too hard, but I love everything else about it.
The Swordbird was my favorite.
The one bird that didn't shoot too hard, but instead did combat.
Yeah,
he was your favorite.
He's my favorite.
Good job.
I love that Swordbird.
Yeah,
he was cool.
The wall, hitting your sword. And I remember you were like, "Do I run the sword or do I run
I did actually didn't. That's a false statement. I am the maker of the Swordbird.
The maker.
I literally don't even pull up the message receipts right now.
The enhancement that says "Put it on a Lord of Change."
Yes.
You figured out to do that.
I'm the one that figured out how to do that.
People put it on Flux
That
Masters
innovation in your list was mine.
The day Scintillating came out, we're talking like March 2025.
Oh, I remember.
I played a game. It's on YouTube right now against Jack's Works. What a mismatch. And I played with Scintillating Legion, and I had a Swordbird. That was before you even had access to the rules, Michael.
That's probably true.
That's probably true.
Before I had access to the rules. Anyway, the current version of the build, the Swordbird, is mine, and that will not be stolen from me. There was no doubt whether I was going to take the Swordbird. You just lied. I love the Swordbird.
Yeah, you're talking a lot of smack.
I am taking a lot of smack. The Swordbird, I love the Swordbird. Everybody's like, take the extra flux token. No, you don't need the extra flux token. You just need to have a little bit of discipline in your life.
Go back to the Midwest. just go back.
Midwest Michael's back out, dude. The extra flux token, you don't need it. You just need to hit on 2s in melee with extra strength and kill people.
Yeah.
And 1 CP go through walls.
It's pretty good.
With your Swordbird.
Dude, I have never experienced my plan not work. That happened this turn. I was playing against Josh to switch subjects entirely, and I oathed the stupid Void Dragon, and I shot it with 2 Rep X's and 2 Redemptors, and it just lived. What even is that?
Yeah, I remember actually that moment. That was a little wild.
Terrible.
I do remember that moment.
They killed the Redemptor and the Rep X. Sorry, I'm still hurt about it.
What about that moment where your opponent shot 6 last chickens and AdMech at your Redemptor and lived?
Space Marines OP, man! Dude, that was insane. 6 last cannon chickens, reroll hits, sustained hits. One of them was crit 5s, AP 4, shoot a Redemptor, lives. Wasn't even like, it was kind of crazy dice, but it was also Space Marines,
Space Marines are dumb, dude.
They're just dumb.
2 up, -1. 2 up, -1 damage, AOC, smoke.
-1 wound.
I forgot about the -1.
Yeah, Redemptors I learned don't have smoke, so actually I wasn't smoked, but I had cover.
Oh, you used -1. Got it.
It was great. We got a couple more super.
I got it. I'm on it. Yeah, so we have Mr. Nurgle Matthew, $7.77. Big love, team. Thank you very much.
Nurgle Matt, my favorite.
TMOS 15 with the 17.99 some currency of the world. Thank you very much. Oh, I see. You put a little chat. All right, Team GCC. Thanks for the game, lads. Absolute highlight of the event. You're welcome, my friends. I love playing the Dubai team. I had a really good time that round.
Oh, the Dubai team I think was my favorite.
I played the Demon Mirror that round.
Did you really?
I did play the Demon Mirror.
I played Osama from Dubai, and he had Double Lord of Skulls, which I will say was the most surprising thing about the meta in Thailand. Jeff,
There were, in fact, two different.
two different teams brought Double Lord of Skulls. Jeff, who's got some boots on the ground over there, he was telling us about this Lord of Skulls Thailand meta, and I was not taking it seriously. I was like, what are you even saying to me? And then it sure was there. Although the Lord of Skulls meta, maybe there's a reason it's not here. It just
There might be a reason not there. In fact,
turn one oath one, turn two oath the other. How is it that Lord of Skulls is like 5 times easier to kill than the Void Dragon?
there's actually like a lot to look at there.
There's a lot.
So the Lord of Skulls is T13.
Yeah.
How many wounds is it?
20 something.
A lot. 2 up armor?
3 up armor. 3 up armor, 5 up invul.
Oh, it doesn't have a 2 up.
It's not a 2 up.
Oh,
it doesn't have feel no pain.
That's a big deal.
It's a 5 up invul. So I shot laser destroyers at it and it failed its saves. I shot my guns at it. I used like AP enhancing stratagem, ignores cover, and then like the bolters on my rep X did like 15 to it. It is so absurd. And then it just died. And I'm like, I did this to a Satan and nothing happened. Explain that one to me.
It's cursed, dude.
It's cursed.
All right. Next one we have MMPK 1000, 1999. Thank you very much. So coming from games like Magic or online games like Lead, I'm finding in Warhammer, it's hard to have good practice when you can't just solo queue at home. How do you guys get quality practice to improve faster? All right. So real talk. Those are both games that I came from actually before Warhammer. I used to play a lot of Magic and I have played and grinded a lot of ranked League of Legends online solo queue.
Are you implying that makes you qualified to answer this question?
Yes, it does. Absolutely. Okay. Yeah. So, it's very different playing a video game and like playing, because you have the ability to play. I mean, like when you're grinding like stuff like League of Legends, you can play like 10 games a day, right? Like you can play a stupid amount of League of Legends a day. Or when you're playing Magic, you can play online because there's online clients that have like matchmaking, and Warhammer doesn't have anything like that. We have TTS, but there's no like ranked ladder where you're just like, I can look at this game, play another one. I can look at this game, play another one. In Warhammer, it really comes down to, there's a couple of resources that you have available to you. It's like game review is a really big one, right? So you can actually really look at your games and understand kind of what went wrong. Since you don't get a lot of quality time playing the game, it's very important that the time you do get playing the game, you like use it to the max, right?
Yeah.
And then as well, it's just about having kind of like a community around you. That's something very different about Warhammer, is Warhammer really requires you to like surround you with people who really want to improve, and they really have like a way for you to level up your game, and like getting to play players that are better than you, or like going and competing at events and along those lines. So instead of like just mindlessly grinding games like you do in like Magic, League, or any other kind of online game, instead you just have to like really focus on the games you do get to play and getting the most value out of them.
Yeah,
right?
I think that's a great way to summarize it. I think for me personally, I grew up before TTS playing Warhammer and stuff like that, and I was in school as a kid and stuff. I got to play like a game a week, if that, and like you would analyze that game because like there's nothing else to think about. There wasn't more data, so you just like, did I deploy this unit right? What if I tried this thing? Like every decision point you realistically had, you can examine, and you can do this for days after your game. Just think about it as long as it's fresh in your mind. And then also, it's a social game at its core. And if you're not taking advantage of that, you're really not going to get the most out of your hobby, and it's going to hold you back because you do need that player base of community to actually help push your ideas.
I agree, 100%. Right. It's a very different way. Warhammer is just a lot different than a lot of other competitive games. The games are so much longer, right? There's a lot more investment in like the army and like the models itself and like the time you spend. There's so many different armies, right? Because that's a little bit different, say, like a card game, right? Usually when you show up to like a tournament in a card game, there's like 5-ish to 8-ish good decks you need to be prepared for, right? And Warhammer, there's like, how many armies? Like, there's like 20 plus armies.
There's 26 armies. Within those armies, there's more than one build. Yep. And then on top of that, at a real life Warhammer tournament, it's not just you're going to play against Space Marines and Necrons 5 to 8 times. You're most likely going to spend the majority of your tournament playing against whatever the dude you're playing against, their army. Because most people have that lag. They don't have infinite dollars, time, resources, painted models to just shift armies every week. And then they also have the same challenges you do, where like they're not able to just pick up the new army and get a ton of reps in it. So they're going to play probably what they know and experience and how they enjoy Warhammer. So it's going to be some double Lord of Skulls build, or Emperor's Children, or Tyranids, instead of just Necron Space Marines, whatever might be the broken thing. So you do have to have that diversity of knowledge to really exceed too.
I agree. I 100% agree. All right, up next, we have Mr. Red Rum. If you had to cut a defensive buff off the Satan, what it would be? He says, I think it would be the -1 damage because it's basically half damage since much of the game is damage too. That is true. I think the big thing with the Satan that you see from their old profiles is way more the wound count than it is like the minus damage or anything like that.
Yeah.
The fact that they went from, was it 12 to 16?
Well, it's
right?
12 to 16, but then the feel of pain like magnifies in value. Like 4 more wounds with the feel of pain is functionally 6 more wounds. So it's really like 18. And then it's like a 16 wound model. To do 16 damage for 5 feel of pain, you need to hand it 24 damage worth of saves on average. They can always spike dice at you, and then it's even more painful. Doing 24 damage to a -1 damage T11 4-up invul 2-up save unit, ludicrously hard.
That's average, right?
Actually insanely hard. No one's just doing 24 damage. And then because they heal, they're Necrons, right? So they like failing to kill them doesn't mean like, okay, they're just a grenade away next turn. Like, no, they're probably at like 5 or 6 now, 7 or 8 if they were that low. And then that also has a feeling of pain. So you still have to do like 12 damage to it to kill it. It's ridiculous how tough these things are.
Yeah, I think the higher wound count just makes it so that you kind of have like a time you got to hit. So when the ceiling is lower, like you have to kind of punch through, right? Because you have to punch through a critical massive damage to kill a Satan.
Yeah.
Just having a lower ceiling means that more armies can like really reach those breakpoints. Having to reach the 16 breakpoint, I mean, they're just armies that just blatantly like,
Dude,
they just can't do
Ultramarines
it.
with Oath and double rep X's couldn't do it. I would say 90% of armies in the game can't do it. I was tech to do it and I couldn't do it.
So I think the ceiling is just too high more than like any other certain combination of thing is wrong.
Now, this isn't to imply Satan are like unbeatable. Richard just actually came out with a short the other day with ways to counter Satan. I think one of the most applicable and untried approaches here is just take a lot of bodies with OC, like hordes. The Satan are only OC4, and they don't have infinite attacks. That will actually just work. Now, the rest of the Necron army might have something to say about that, but that's a real strategy you could do. And I think in this stupid big stuff meta, where it's like the birds versus the Satan versus the Rep X's, counter-meting with like 200 bodies, like Recon Guard or Gaunts or something, could be a really effective way for winning events and stuff. But do you want to do that to your back? Do you want to do that on a chest clock? Do you want to do that to yourself? I don't know. Not me.
Yeah, it's like for me, even looking at my scintillating, I was considering trying to find a way to get some pink horrors in because they're just so good in Satan, right? Because just like, here's all my 4-up dudes with OC, and you just sit there and tank them instead. Satan are just... They're less of like this has no solution. It's just more like if you don't show up with your shot at a solution, you're not competing with them anymore, right? So I think you have to really find whatever your army's good at in order to fight them and then just make sure you tech for it.
Definitely.
Right?
And we got Red Ron with the £5 super chat. If you had to...
Oh, that's the one. We just did that one.
Never mind. The other one, I can't read.
We did that one too. We're all good. We're caught up.
No, we didn't do the Space Marine one.
Oh, I did skip that one.
Why?
I did it. I'm a liar, actually. Just kidding. All right, now so we have Snowcat SRT bringing 50 AED, whatever currency that is in the world. I told my captain that I don't want to play Space Marines in Thailand, so I played them 4 times. My Corn Lord of Skulls didn't play enough. Didn't enjoy being wounded on 2s. And then I see down in the below that he really wanted to play Nick. So I think this is Mr. Osama, your opponent.
Oh, Osama. That's right. What's up, dude? we had a great game.
I think you need to bribe your pairing man is what needs to happen.
Dude, you have to make sure your pairings man is taken care of. If you feel like you're getting bad pairings, just like bribery really does work. Some donuts goes a long way.
Yeah.
You know, if you see them struggling with something,
put it at 0 in your matrix.
That might not help.
You're right. Put it as a 1.
I'm gonna get you whatever you don't want next time. We're going to that Tampa team tournament at the end of the month. Michael, you've let me down too many times.
I let you down too many times,
dude. You got that 7 into sisters on.
You literally got a 9.
If you're gonna lose into the hardest thing possible. That's all I'm saying. You're gonna learn to take one for the team. You know, I know you're not really a team player at all, but
that's not me. That's not me, dude. Michael Mann is not a team player. I'm a selfish man.
Midwest Michael.
Midwest Michael is selfish. That's right. That's a better way to put it.
What was your favorite team versus team match? My personal favorite match was our round versus Dubai. I just had such a great time.
That was a good round. Yeah. I had a good time. And then I think that was like the last round of the day too. So it was like a little more chill.
Yeah, it was the third round of the day.
I think it was the third round of the day. Yeah. Yes, it was.
We were all kind of relieved to not hit stat check just because we didn't want to do it on the first day.
Yep.
Although I think it would have been better to have done it on the first day because I think we wouldn't have played on hidden supplies. Although it was Purge the Foe, so maybe not.
Oh yeah, it was Purge.
Stat check's team was pretty good.
I played the Demon Mirror into Purge. That was really weird.
What even is that?
Honestly, it came down to like one of us was going to hit the critical mass of kill more demons that turn.
Oh,
right.
One of you hits the 4s and one of you doesn't hit the 4s, but your army has rerolls on the 4s.
My army has rerolls on the 4s, and then I give them rerolls on the 4s.
And then they give them back to you?
And they give them back to me.
Oh, the endless.
Actually, I think one of the most interesting things I found about Cinnaling this weekend is I just like really held my flux tokens hostage.
Yeah?
I really did not go that crazy.
You held them hostage?
I held them hostage.
Why aren't you spending your own rules?
So I found that any time that I thought about using a flux token and giving them the reroll, there was often some way that I could use my other resources to get around it.
I see.
I think if you are, I think that's why I'm not crazy about the extra flux token, is that I have found in all of my games that I'm just like very conservative with how I use my tokens, and just to make sure that my opponent doesn't stock up a bunch of rerolls until like literally the last turn of the game or something along those lines. And then I can always trigger my rules whenever I want. And then also I don't like try to kill something and they're just like, okay, I'm going to use 3 rerolls now.
Yeah.
Right. And that can be like a really critical mass.
No, I think that's the right way to approach, especially because you don't have the enhancement. You're not built to try to spam out these tokens. You use them as you need them.
Yeah. I think that I've found that I like that generally like a lot more.
We got a 200 bot super chat from someone I can't read, but the message has been redacted. So maybe they'll come back with that. But thank you for your super chat either way. We appreciate your support.
Thank you very much.
And then we got Frederick with the £5 super chat. Hope you guys had a great tournament. Did you guys see my friend playing his Kroot hunting pack? I did. I did see this Kroot army. We chatted a bit about Kroot or the coolest way to play Tau ever. And, I'm jealous. And
Is Kroot hunting pack still like sleeper, or is it like good, or is it known? What is up with that army?
All right. It is good. I think it is sleeper technically because like actually no one's talking about it.
Okay.
But here we are bringing light.
We're talking about it.
We're talking about it, and then I don't know. I don't see top players typically running it. It could be that it's just so niche, like owning a Kroot army, but it is good. Like I would play Kroot if I had Tau, for sure. I wouldn't acknowledge that there are other Tau models. The robots are stupid. I'm here for the Kroot.
I like the new Kroot models a lot. That Kroot Lone Spear. That's the sickest dude. The salamander riding dude.
Dude, I remember back in the day, Kroot were just a unit, and there was the Krootox and the Kroot Hound. And I really thought they were just going to phase that crap out of here. Like Krootox, Kroot Hounds, they were metal models that never made it to Finecast. They were not long for this edition.
Just released them, dude.
And now we got this Kroot hunting pack. God bless the Kroot.
You know, it's actually kind of sad is that like Tau have so many different ways you can technically play their army, but it just like doesn't actually work because they have like the experimental cadre, which is like this super weird battlesuit build, and then they have the auxiliary cadre, which is like a mix of Tau models plus like Kroot plus some other stuff, which is also really cool. And you have like a full Kroot way to play it, and you have like the full suit way to play it. But you know what we see every round? Triptide.
We do see
with triple Pathfinder.
Well, you know why that is? Triptide has been around since Riptides existed.
The dawn of time.
In like 7th edition when they released the Riptide model. They created a formation. This is before your time, but
that's definitely before my time.
They had a formation of 3 Riptides, and then not only did you just insert 3 Riptides to your army, but they buffed themselves because there's a formation. They got to have more rules.
Right.
So Triptide was just inserted not only into the Tau army, but also into the Eldar army, into some Space Marine armies, into basically a Demon army. I've seen with triple Riptide. Why not? Just
pause. What?
Yeah, dude. Come the
Demon army with Triptide?
Any army in the game can ally with any army in the game. There are different layers to the ally system. So like,
I've seen the chart with the happy faces, the medium faces, and the sad faces.
Yes.
The sad faces can still ally with the sad faces.
So the sad faces had this rule that if you started your turn within 6 inches of another sad face unit, so if my demon unit in my army, my Tau unit in my army started the turn within 6 inches of each other, I would roll a dice for each of them. On a 1, it couldn't do anything. And on a 2 up, nothing happened, and I just played Warhammer.
Right. And I didn't quite understand that part of the ally system.
If you really wanted to just not risk it on a 2 up, you could just be 6.1 away from each other. And then there were no.
So other than that, literally anyone could ally with anyone.
I mean, your buffs didn't work on each other.
Wow.
Yeah. You needed a happy face to have your buffs work on each other.
Man, this is why I play the current edition 40K and not the old times.
But there's nothing better than taking your giant Screamer unit with 2 up invulnerables, giving it reroll 1s to its invulnerables,
putting Triptide behind it.
and then putting 3 Riptides behind it. What's better than that? What's better than that, Michael?
I really did not realize.
This is why every player has 3 riptides. Every single one. And if you don't have 3 riptides, it's because you're new.
I really didn't realize that the sad faces could ally with the sad faces.
Dude, there was a whole meta about that.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Oh, man. All right, well, I don't know. What else? I don't got anything else, Nick.
You don't got anything else?
Thailand was
Let's talk about
awesome.
Thailand itself. What a great place.
What about Thailand you want to talk about?
Well, we went to an elephant sanctuary. We
did do
a
that.
beach. You had a very exciting week.
I did. I got engaged in Thailand.
Yeah.
I
I feel like I don't know. I feel like you could have brought that up. That was, unless you didn't want to. Then
I don't really care.
There you go.
But that's out there now.
It's a big deal for you.
It is a big deal. Well, it's all over the social media, so I'm sure many people know.
Well, not many people.
Well, I guess the YouTube chat, but the YouTube chat knows now.
Comment right now in the chat if you didn't know. And tell Michael you're excited for him. Unless you're not.
Me and Heather got engaged in Thailand.
Good job. I helped, by the way.
You did.
I cut both of my feet for this.
I didn't know. Mark does. Okay, yeah. So here's kind of how this happened, right? So we went on a cool little snorkeling trip, right?
Yes.
So we're on what was called the Similan Islands.
Yes.
Beautiful place, wonderful day, right? So Heather and I were getting engaged I knew I was going to get engaged. She was not aware, but we were going to get her onto this rock, right?
I was also aware of it, and I thought everyone, including Heather, had figured it out by now.
Heather had not figured it out, by the way. So we're trying to get onto this rock, right? It's a beautiful, into the crystal clear water, like rock outcropping, right? Looked awesome, okay? But, we needed to clear the way. So Nick is arguing with these Europeans that do not speak English to block them from the rock.
I'm
right?
just asking for him, my friend, he's about to get engaged right there on this rock. Can you please move out of the shot for 5 minutes?
Yep.
And they're like, no English. I'm pointing at my hand like this, my ring finger, pointing at Michael and Heather. Heather's just sitting in the sand. It's like, what is going on?
Yep. And then Heather really didn't want to go to the rock, right? So that was also happening at the same time that Nick is arguing with the Europeans. And then Heather's like, why do I need to go to this rock?
I'm happy right here.
She's like, I'm happy.
Why do you want me to go to this rock? I'm enjoying the beach right here, Michael.
I had to really spell it out for her. I was like, Heather, you should really, really get on that rock over there. At the same time that Nick is battling the Europeans. Greg also was helping. Yeah, right.
Yeah. There was more than one person on the rock.
Oh yeah,
so
more than one person.
Greg also good at
Greg
Rotan,
MVP, also MVP for the proposal, is recording, body blocking Europeans, getting the shot. It was quite the story. But yes, it was great. It was wonderful.
We didn't even talk about the slipperiness of these rocks. These are wet rocks.
Yes.
Jagged, wet rocks, folks. And I'm wearing flip-flops. And you know what? We just took one for the team. We took many for the team. I got a cut on my knee right now. Thanks, Michael.
Nick got battle scars in order to make it happen.
I did. That's love.
That's love right there. That's right. What else did we do? We went to the Elephant Sanctuary. We went to lots of night markets.
Went to some cool beach clubs.
Went to some cool beach clubs. Tried a lot of food.
There was so much food. Michael couldn't eat it, but I ate for great. I ate for 3, I feel like. I probably gained some weight this trip. It's okay.
And the fruit was amazing. Fruit smoothies everywhere.
Fresh
fruit was wonderful.
Yeah.
Right.
I had street food. I got a banana Nutella crepe thing. It was delicious.
Yep, I remember. Yeah, banana pancakes or whatever. At least that's what Heather calls them. She likes them. So
they're pretty good. I tried some Thai beer.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was good.
It's good.
What else did we do? I don't know. It was great.
It was just kind of a lot.
It was a whirlwind.
I'm still kind of processing about. As we've mentioned, we have been back in America less than we were on the plane, so we're still a little. We're still a little fried.
It is 32 hours each way.
Yeah.
This was a 10-day trip, and we lost a day and a half just going and coming back.
Ricky 67 $5 super chat. Give it up for Nick. Move blocking for the homies. So you did end up move blocking at this tournament.
Thank you, Ricky. You can take the army away from the player, but you can never take the player away from the game.
You did. You move blocked. That's right. You did move block on this tournament. But yes, it was very wonderful. Shout out to you guys for helping Ardwar get out there. I got to do that wonderful thing.
We can't do any of this without you. So we endlessly thankful and grateful for the wonderful opportunities that Warhammer has provided us.
Yeah, so future-wise, hopefully we're going to be able to do some cool new stuff. I'm really looking forward to to trying, expand into, maybe some more cool Asia team tournaments. I'd really like to meet. I really loved getting to meet the communities out there. I think that was the coolest part, is that there were so many people that I feel like we didn't really
even know
get to know.
existed, right?
Didn't know existed, didn't know we really liked. So I think that was really awesome.
Thinking about, but now they're on the scope, they're on the radar, and we're gonna do a big documentary style video about this tournament and this experience. That's gonna take a few months to produce. We're gonna make it all highly edited and very nice, but be on the lookout for that. We're gonna try to do more of that documentary style of the tournament culture, because it's pretty amazing, like just the experiences you can have at these things.
Yes, it really is, and I think we're lucky, right, that we get to go see and do all these cool things. Warhammer is something we get to do all the time. So I think it's really cool that we can kind of share that with everyone, you know, and they get to see it too.
Megan's screaming in the chat. She rode a horse on the beach.
Megan did ride a horse on the beach.
Can't forget that.
That's right. She did ride a horse on the beach. A man walked up with a horse. We gave him some money and she rode away.
I just looked over and I was like, oh, my girlfriend's gone.
Yep.
Some weird time man just took her away.
Riding away on the horse. That is actually the full context of that story. There's no details missing.
It's great. Awesome. Well, thanks so much for all of you for supporting our channel for years and years and years. We just hit 100K and we couldn't do it without you, so appreciate it. If you're new here, click subscribe. Really helps us do the channel and stuff like that. Helps us go to Thailand. Helps Michael eat food.
It helps me eat food.
He needs that.
I do need that.
You're on boy.
That's right. I landed and I went straight to Raising Cane's. I needed that good American chicken tenders when I got back.
There's no fried chicken in Thailand.
There's a lot of fried chicken. They just don't have like a good old American chicken tenders. Okay. Right. It's not the same.
They had chicken tendons.
They did have chicken tendons. I did order that at one point. That was not an experience I was ready for.
Chicken tendons are not the same.
They are not chicken tenders. Look them up. Look up chicken tendons Thailand, guys, and you're going to be disappointed. All right. Unless you're into that. I guess if you like chicken tendons, then that you would not be disappointed. If go to Thailand if you like chicken tendons. All right. Well, I think that's going to wrap us for the day, dude. Yeah. Thank you so much, everybody. We'll catch you next time. Yep. Later.